Hello, I'm going to talk about resolving conflict for Teen Living Semester 1. And this is a unit that you do in that class, and you have a small assignment that goes along with it. I believe that resolving conflict is a good thing to know for your everyday life. We need to learn how to resolve conflict in a positive way so that we can build the relationships up that we are in, whether that be a romantic relationship, a friend relationship, relationships with our family, with our friends, with our teachers, coworkers, all the different people that we share our life with. We're going to have conflict that comes up. Conflict is always there. We always have different ideas, different beliefs, different ideas of how a situation should be handled. And so we need to learn how to deal with conflict in a positive way. And so within this class, you've learned about communication and how to communicate correctly without blaming and using iMessages, those sorts of things. And when we get into conflict, we want to make sure that we're using those positive ways to communicate. But here's 4 steps to consider when dealing with conflict. Now, conflict can be something small, and then conflict can be something really big as well. The first step is to always voice your concern. You want to let the other person know what's bothering you. Don't think that the other person's just going to know, or the other person should know what's bothering you, so you're not going to tell them, because that's not going to be a healthy way to deal with the conflict. So you need to let the person know, I feel this way about this. This is the reason why I feel this way. So again, using those I messages. Using the silent treatment isn't going to resolve anything. It's going to create something that's bigger, or that it just brushes off and you don't resolve the issue, and then it comes back a week later, 2 weeks, a month later, whatever it may be. And then being angry glares, slamming doors, sarcasm, all of that isn't going to solve a conflict. It's going to make things worse and have the issue kind of blow up. So letting the other person know what's bothering you is step 1. Then the other person needs to let you know. So you're having that conversation. That's what that step 1 is. And then step 2 is discussing the problem. So you each have talked about, this is what's bothering me, this is what's going on. So now each person is going to work together to figure out, okay, this is what the problem is, this is what we're disagreeing on, and sticking to the facts. Not adding anything else in, not adding past information, or you did this 2 years ago, or I thought that we had fixed this. Just sticking to the facts of the problem or disagreement that is going on is what's going to be really important. It's going to solve the conflict, and it's going to help the relationship. As soon as we start bringing up past issues, we're creating more drama in the relationship. We could be hurting the other person, and then the conflict that we started with isn't going to get solved. Step 3, we have to listen. In any sort of communication, listening is key. We need to actually listen to what they're saying, and not what we think they're saying or what we want them to be saying. We need to actually listen to, this is what they're feeling, this is what they think. I might not agree with it, but this is how they feel. And really listen to why they're feeling that way, how they're feeling about it, and what they want done with it. So really listening to what that other person is saying. Also, with step 3, we need to respect each person's perspectives. So we might not agree with them, we might think that they're wrong, but having that respect is going to go a long way of, I understand, I hear you, is this what you're saying? Those sorts of things are going to really help in a conflict. And then step 4 is talk about all possible solutions. So coming together and figuring out, okay, we have all of these solutions. What would be best for everyone? What is the best that we can all agree on? Now, some of us might need to compromise. We might need to work together to figure out what that best solution is. We're working together to figure out what the solution is to move forward. Those 4 steps are really going to help in a conflict. And like I said, conflict is going to come up in any relationship, in different situations, and dealing with it positively is going to help us move on, help solve the problem, and build that relationship, no matter what type of relationship it is. So that is a little bit about conflict resolution for Teen Living Semester 1.